Hey everybody, welcome to today's show. Today I'm going to answer the question, is PTSD a disability? Understanding the impacts of PTSD on your daily life. Because when you can understand the impacts of it, you can begin to work towards it and begin to create that life that you truly want. Now, at first I want to start with defining what a disability is. Now, a disability is a condition of the body or mind that makes it more difficult for the person with a condition to do activities and interact with the world around them. So there's three things that you have when you have a disability. One, you have physical, body or mind impairment. Two, you have activity limitation. And then third, you have participation restrictions. Now, if you have these, I would say that you have a disability. So the question that I'm wanting to ask you is, are you a victim or are you the hero of your story? Now, the main point I want to discuss today is, am I controlled by my disorder? This is who I am. What controls you? Does the outside world control you? Does your disorder control you? Or are you at the power within your life control yourself? PTSD is looked, when you're diagnosed, it's looked through a chart. So a doctor comes up and goes, okay, do you have sleepless nights? Yes. Okay, great. Do you have hypervigilance? Are you always on guard or have a higher heart rate? Yes. Okay. What about, do you have trouble sleeping? Okay. Yep. What about, are you able to be around other people, or do you avoid certain places? You do? Okay. All right, well, and because you've had a traumatic experience in your past, you now have PTSD. And that's how you're diagnosed, right? It's a blanketed system. And I'm not saying it's a wrong system. I'm just saying it's blanketed. And that's how all disorders or diseases are defined. They have a checklist of, if you have these, you have the disorder. So my friends, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Are you in the herd? Are you a sheeple? Or are you someone that's out on your own path? Because there are people that have had those aha moments. They've been going through mental health issues because of PTSD. And they're able to say, look, I understand there's a lot of people in this world that suffer, but I'm not going to be one of them. I'm going to take control of my life. This disorder that I have, yeah, it might be a little bit of a confusion state of the mind. It might be a little bit of an impairment, but that's not going to stop me from becoming the person that I want to be. Are you really what happened to you in the past? Are you someone that's defined by what happened to you before today? You know, I talk to people all the time and they go, yeah, you know, I do this because of what happened to me before. So they can't move forward past, so they stay stuck in that event. And that event is going to stop them from having the life that they want to have. And I say that they want to have because nobody wants to stay in the state of suffering. But sometimes we build it in so much that we have to stay in that state, and we feel this overwhelm of pressure to try to get to the other side of suffering. Because pain, my friends, pain is a part of life. You are going to have painful times in your life. But when you stay in that pain, that's when it turns into suffering, and that's when it's harder to get out of. Right? Are there experiences that you've made it through that have made you stronger? But you're forgetting to look at them because you're so blanketed by what you've been through, the things that have happened to you in your past. It's really up to you. You know, I say a lot in my podcast on my YouTubes is that you are responsible for your life. I can give you suggestions on these calls. I can give you suggestions that says, okay, you can do this, this, and this. But unless you take responsibility and say, okay, you know what? I am going to do this, this, and this, then your life will change. That's with every personal development thing out there. You can get a book, you can get a podcast, anything. If you're not transforming your life by doing the activities, you're not truly taking responsibility for your growth and for your life. Yes, PTSD can cause the inability to concentrate and remember things. Or, even to gain energy. But when you begin to look at your life and say, okay, I'm going to take this one day at a time. I'm going to say, okay, what can I do today that's going to push me past where I was yesterday? Right? If you're looking right now, in this moment, as you're watching this or listening to this, can you truly say that you have a bad life? Probably not. You have the internet. You have your health besides your disorder, right? There's certain things you're breathing. So when you can create that life that you want and you can acknowledge that you have stepping stones to build it, that's when your life is truly going to transform. But it's up to you. If you find personal strategies that work for you, you can use these to build habits, routines, and ultimately your life. But you want to find these routines that are working for you. Find things that are in your life that are going to work and create that life that you want. And here are some examples of that. It's daily exercise. What are you doing for your personal health? Are you someone that goes to the gym every couple days? Maybe you like to walk around the park or take your dog for a walk if you have a dog. What are the things that you do to gain physical endurance within your life? Are you doing nothing because you don't want to go outside because you're upset at a situation that happened in the past? You're limiting yourself. What about daily meditation or yoga? Are you doing anything like that to really transform your life in the manner of breathing? Because that slows down your heart rate. Meditation brings your brain chemistry into a different vibration. And you get into a creative mode. You get out of the self-pity mode and you get into a life that you truly want. What about reading personal development books? What are you feeding your mind with? I often talk about filling your mind with a garden, right? Your mind is a garden, and every negative thought, every negative thing that you feed it is going to cause you to add more negativity, and your garden's going to flourish with these byproducts of things that you don't want. So if you fill your mind with more positivity, like, my teachings or books, they'll help you work through your PTSD. They'll help you create that life that you want. And what about finding a purpose or serving others? Getting the need away from you onto somebody else. This changes your mindset fully because it's a choice that you make. And my friends, you have to make the choice every single day and say, what am I going to do with this day? We are given choices every day. Right? And it's these choices that build our lives. What is the direction that you want to go? And don't put the don't in there. I don't want to feel this. I don't want to do this. What is it that you do want to do? What is it that you do want to create in your life? You have the choice to get up and move on. But you also have the choice to stay in your suffering. So my friends, where are you going to stay? What is your choice? What is the direction that you want to go in? Because this is up to you. Meditation and therapy treatments are just crutches, right? They're to get you walking on your own again. Use them to your benefit. When you start going down the path of PTSD and you're learning to create your life, you're learning to move forward with where you can go from here. Therapy, medication, these things are very beneficial, because they help to regulate you. And then you can create that life. And then you can go, okay, what are the routines and things that I want to create? And finally, PTSD is a disability if you make it one. If you make it a disability and say, look, this is the life I'm living in. I can't move past this. This is who I am. You are debilitating yourself. We all understand who we are, what we can push through, what will keep us stuck, what will move us into that empowerment. Where is it that you want to go in your life? What is it, the things that you want to do within your life? Where do you want to create? Your life is your responsibility, my friends. And you have to take the onus and take the responsibility every single day to say, yeah, it's my responsibility. If I want to get out of this, I got to make the effort to get out of it. If I want to stay stuck, well, then I got to do nothing. I don't want you to stay stuck, my friends, but I can only give you so much. It's you that needs to want to get unstuck. So figure out what routines that you want to see in your life, how you want your life to go despite having this disorder, and begin to build that today. Begin to build that life and say, okay, what are the little routines that I can do in my life to move me forward? Can I go for a walk every day? Can I begin to call someone and say, look, I just want to talk to you. Stop comparing yourself with people who aren't driven to get past their disorder. And begin to see yourself as a powerful, successful, unique you. And remember, I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.